Welcome to the Five and Dime on Where There's a Wills.
There's a play.
My name's Ian, your mid-complexity casual gamer.
I'm Stacey. I am your non-gamer.
And we are here today with a special Five and Dime, and that is our Five and Dime 2025 resolutions, gaming resolutions. Some of them are channel related, some of them are playing related, some of them are just game related in general. Um, so let's get on to this list. And my first resolution is that I want to work on reformatting and enhancing thumbnails and videos. So basically, enhancing our channel as much as we can. One of the things I did that I posted on the Instagram page is I built a rig for filming out of PVC pipe, so we have a better top camera in a better position than hanging from our light above our dining room table. I can also move it onto my desk in the den for solo filming, which will be nice. The other thing is I want to look at just making the thumbnails a little more attractive. I think what we had for the first year was really good with the split color and the two circles, but I think we just need something that draws people in more to be like, hey, this sounds like an interesting one with a bigger title or something. So I want to work on that. And then we have a couple of videos that we've been doing that we're going to reformat. One of them is our initial impressions. We are going to separate that into multiple videos. So instead of doing everything we're doing, we are going to do our initial impressions just on our impressions of the game, give a quick run through of what the game is, as well as talk about the components and talk about some different parts of the game and what our final thoughts on the game are. But the how to play and the scoring part, we're going to put that into a different video. I think that will help the channel. I think it'll be good to have that how to play the game as a separate thing. So that's going to be one. And then one you're going to see right now, and you may have noticed it already if you follow our channel and watch our Five and Dimes, is our Five and Dime is changing. Normally what we do is we go through and whatever the category is, we rank things and we put them in our Five and Dime. We are going to not do that anymore. We are still going to do some ranking videos once in a while for different things, but the Five and Dime is going to change. And what is the big reason? One of the big reasons that we've decided to change the Five and Dime.
Because I fall asleep.
No. What happens with the Five and Dime?
You do your 10 through 6 really fast and you don't get time to spend on them. And then I'm over here with my own thoughts going on in my head, thinking about pizza and donuts.
Yeah, so basically what happens is because I'm doing 10 and Stacey's doing 5, which we still believe is a really good idea for our gaming types and stuff. It's I sit here and I do my 10 through 6, like she said, really, really fast. I try to get through them quicker and quicker so that she's not sitting there not doing anything and just staring at the camera for however long. And then we get to our top 5 each. So what you're going to see in this video is I'm going to do 2 things. Stacey's going to do 1. So we're going to go back and forth. So every 2 I do, she's going to do 1. And we think that's going to really help with a lot of things we're actually going to talk about in these resolutions. It is just the reforming of that, and then the reforming of the initial impressions, and then maybe some other things. So yeah, so we're going to reformat and enhance some thumbnails and some videos. The overlays that I did late in the year I really like, so we're going to keep those. Make sure we have good ones for each one of our videos. My next resolution is to schedule our filming better. There's times where we are rushing to film something, and I think that had a lot to do with the rankings, because sometimes it's hard to rank things, and then like, oh, we got to still rank this. And without that, now we'll be able to hopefully film a couple of Five and Dimes like 2 or 3 weeks out, because we're just going to talk about games within a category. With some of our other things, we'll be able to do a whole series of videos on one game. So when we get a new game, we can do an initial impressions, we can do a how to play video, and we can do a playthrough all at once. And then with other games, we can do a how to play and a playthrough. So we can do several things at once so that they can kind of slowly kind of come out, and we'll kind of schedule things out. We're still going to have our Wednesdays with the Willses live streams. I think we're going to hopefully on the opposite Wednesdays, we're going to have just a playthrough that we did outside of the live thing, so that every Wednesday there will be some sort of playthrough,
Mm-hmm.
which I think will be really good. But yeah, just a better scheduling, and kind of dialing in now that we are getting to be a year old here almost on the channel.
And that will also help me as well, being a very small business owner. Trying to get my other stuff scheduled
Yes,
around that.
yes,
So that will give me more time to get my other stuff prepared for my little business that I run. So if we can get that scheduled better, that'll hopefully plan all of our time better so we don't seem so rushed, and that will bring us back to our being more thoughtful
yep.
in our
So,
in our stuff.
so here's moving on to Stacy's first one.
So my first one is to talk about games more thoughtfully, which I just said. But I would love to be able to have more time to dig deeper into games so that I can talk about them better and not sound like I'm a very true non-gamer gamer. I when I play a game, I play a game. I'm the purple, and I just do what needs to be done to get through the game. But if I look into the game further, I'll be able to know that I'm that character, what my purpose is, how, what everything is involved with the game, and then I can talk about it a little bit better. So I'm really going to try hard with that one this year. So wish me luck.
All right. And that leads to mine. Mine is also the same thing, basically. We have a couple things that kind of cross over. Um, and that's, while I do kind of know more of the gaming terminology because I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I watch more board game YouTube stuff than I do other things at this point, it seems like, which, you know, I want to kind of balance that out a little bit. But I want to make sure that I'm kind of getting to the point, because I know I ramble, and that's just in my daily life too. I tend to ramble. I'll get on something and I'll start talking, and I'll talk this way and that way. I want to get more thoughtful in the fact that I want to be more direct and be like, okay, this is what the game is about. This is why I like it, and different things. So yeah, so that one kind of overlapped with us about talking about games more thoughtfully. And my next one is a big one, and this is more of a personal one. This is Cull Games. Uh, our collection in the last 5 years exploded. We started off very slow, and then it just kind of like COVID hit, and I think part of it was just my mental health is up, and I just was buying, and I was backing, and I still do buy and back. It is less than it was, but we have games coming. I know I'll buy more games this year because I know there's games coming out from companies that don't do Kickstarters that I'm very interested in already, and so I know I will buy more. So I have a stack that I've been piling, but I need to go in and I need to now price these games and get them posted places so that we can cull them and get them out of the house so we have room for other games. So that's a big one that I want to take care of, and that is culling games.
And I would like that a lot. Okay, so my next one is to play a couple games outside of my comfort zone. So I consider myself a non-gamer gamer. My gaming number, is that what it's?
The complexity rating on
Complexity level.
BGG is about a
Um,
high of 2.5 ish.
yes, so I would like to jump that up for a couple games, not forever, because they
Right.
make me a little antsy. But just try a couple games that are outside of my preferred comfort zone. Maybe I'll like it and maybe I'll expand, but we'll see how that goes. Right now, just thinking about playing some of the games that are higher than what I'm used to, kind of freaks me out. But I got to get over that. And, it's just a game. I don't say that often enough, but it's just a game. And I have to learn that it is just a game. So getting outside my comfort zone, I think, will really help me a lot.
Well, this is another one that overlaps because I would also like to get outside or expand my comfort zone. My comfort zone is about a 3.0 complexity. Now, I'm not going to jump into 4.0s or 4.5s or even like 3.75s, but I would like to maybe start moving a little bit higher into games that I think, especially in my solo gaming, because Stacey's not going to jump into that. So the good thing with this is I have a bunch of solo games that are kind of in that next complexity level for Stacey to try, that I can go, okay, I know you like this game. I think you're going to like this one. So I can hopefully, give her some suggestions of games she might want to play. For me, I'm going to be going up just a little bit. I want to get a little bit comfortable. I've played some games in a higher complexity, and they've just not worked for me, or I just didn't understand them. Um, Maybe they were too high complexity, or maybe they just weren't games I was interested in. So if you do follow this channel and you know kind of games that I like and stuff, and you know some things that are rated just a little bit higher than a 3.0, maybe up to a 3.5, 3.25 or whatever on BGG that you think I might like, please drop me a comment below. I would love to check them out and see if I can get them at a reasonable price or something. Trying new games that are complex on Board Game Arena is not always the easiest thing to do because I like to be able to see what's going on. But yeah, so that one's another one that overlaps playing games outside our comfort zones. I said I've got a lot that I think Stacey might enjoy that are a little bit out of her comfort zone that I play solo normally. And if you have any suggestions for me, please drop them in the notes. All right. More playthroughs. I want to do more playthroughs on the channel. I think that's a point where we might get some more viewership, some subscribers, more people coming back is if we can get some more playthroughs. Kind of talked about this with the reformatting of videos when we film things and the scheduling. When we film things, we can. I would like to do like multiple things at once. Like if we have a game out, do an initial impressions if it's new, do a how to play for all the games, and do a playthrough video for all the games or a lot of them, maybe not all of them, but enough of them where maybe on a weekend we do that for like 2 or 3 games overall. So that we can get some playthroughs up on the channel because I would love to have some more playthroughs. Part of this is also I do want to do some I want to do some solo stuff. I want to get back to doing some solo playthroughs and maybe even a solo live stream on a Saturday or Sunday or something. So yeah, I want to get to do more playthroughs on the channel.
And I am. This is weird going back and forth. I like it.
Yeah, yeah,
All
I
right.
do.
Um, try new themes. So for me, if I don't like a theme of a game and I don't like the artistry of the box or whatever, like I'm not a sci-fi fan. I'm not a science fiction or that's sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
I'm not a fantasy.
Fantasy.
Um, I'm critters. I'm
Cute
nature.
animals in nature.
Cute animals in nature. That's my theme.
Or fun.
Yeah,
That really
or
doesn't have a
fun
theme,
party games. Um, but I'm sure that there's plenty of games out there that have themes that don't really turn my crank that I would probably enjoy. So I'm going to be more open minded and give some extra themes. Like, let's pretend I'm playing Grandpa Beck's Toils and Troubles. I didn't think I would like that game because it was kind of fantasy
Yeah.
ish based. But I actually really ended up liking that, and that's where I came up with this idea of trying new themes. So I will give it a whirl. No promises that I'm going to like them, but maybe it's just the game that
Okay.
sucks and not, me.
Well, and I think if you get a game that has mechanics and stuff that you really
Mm-hmm.
enjoy playing, then the theme, like
Kind of a secondary.
I get the theme with your example of Toil and Troubles, but really it's a trick. It's a
Yeah.
push your luck game and stuff. So
And once I got past the theme,
yeah,
I really enjoyed the is like a deck building, trick taking, not built. Never mind.
push your luck, push
Push
your
your
luck,
luck.
push your luck
Thank
game.
you.
Yeah,
That's what I meant to
push your
say.
luck game. That's part of her learning how to talk about games better.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to give it a try.
And the good thing is I have lots of different themes in there of games.
Yes,
So
he does.
with all of your stuff, it's going to be games that we have that I have for solo play mainly. So, you know. All right, that's a good one. My next one is to collab with other creators. I would like to do some sort of collaborations with some other creators. I don't know how this is going to look. I know I've talked with Paul from Dads and Dice of doing some sort of board game arena live stream between their channel and our channel on some campaign game or something. We haven't figured out how to do that yet or what we're going to do with that yet, but we have talked about that. But I would love to be able to collaborate with other creators, maybe bring them on or go on others, do question and answers, just talk about games. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it would look like, but I think it'd be kind of fun to collaborate with other creators. I had an idea last year of collaborating with some small board game channel creators with maybe bringing them on for a Q&A session. So maybe I'll try that and figure out how to do that. So I'd like to collab with other creators. my next one is to film game series videos. And what this means is we have a lot of games that are in different collections. So, like, I have a lot of Stonemaier games, a lot of Thunderworks, a lot of AEG, Flat Out, KTBG, a lot of games from companies. I would like to start filming series for those, whether it's solo or multiplayer, where we just kind of play through a collection and film a how to and a playthrough, or just a playthrough or something for each one of those games, so that we can then go through and maybe rank those games. So, like, I want to do a series of videos, solo and multiplayer, uh, where we go through like all of our kids table board gaming games. I go through all of my Stonemaier games, whatever it is, and we kind of go through. We do maybe a how to play video, maybe just a playthrough of them, and then we rank them. So, yeah, I would like to film game series videos this year. I think it would also help then rotate games to be like, oh, look, I'm going to get these games to the table now for a little while.
Mhm. This one comes to me. And I just want to be myself more, be more natural. I'm actually a very funny person in real life. Um, and so I just want more of my personality to actually come out in these videos. Um, I've been told for years now that I should have a job in comedy as a stand up comic. And from watching, going back and watching a lot of these, I look like I should have a job in, autopsies or something. So,
Autopsies.
so I just
Okay, all right.
I just think that I can speak up more, I can contribute more, because what I'm thinking just kind of stays in my head. When Ian's saying something and I have something to contribute, I just sit here and usually keep it to myself because I don't think it's that valuable. But I think that if I just kind of to be myself and interrupt them like I normally do on a daily basis, I think that it would, be a lot more enjoyable if when I'm on the series as well.
Nice. I like it. Moving on to my next one. This is a very personal one. I would like to work on my game design ideas. I have a notebook that has like 4 or 5 different ideas that I jotted down last summer. I got really big into the idea of making my own game. And I've got an idea for a really small roll and write. I've got some ideas for some other things. I've got one idea that I've got probably 12 pages back to back of things that I've written down and come up with. We'll be going to bed sometimes, and it's actually one that we came up with
Mm-hmm.
kind of together. I had an idea. We were walking sick randomly one night around the circle. Stacey's like, "Oh, I have an idea for a board game," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Not like I was not expecting that at all. And when she said what her idea was, it actually worked perfectly with one of the ideas I was thinking about. So we kind of started throwing ideas out there. And then at night I'd be like, "Oh wait, what about this?" And then like during the day, during my playing, I think I would type stuff into my phone, just like, or I would jot down notes like during class, like kids are working, I just jot down something on a sticky note, and I'd come home with like a pile of sticky notes to put in the notebook. Um, and I would like to actually take some time to kind of refine some of that stuff and actually come up with some sort of just basic prototype of some of those things to start working through it and doing. Like, we've got a real, I think we have a really good idea, and then we have another one that we kind of came up with that we think are good, could be kind of fun ideas. And I think it'd be a good idea just for us, instead of sit down and play games, we sit down for an hour or something and we just talk about, or I sit down for an hour, Stacey sits down for the whatever. We sit down for a little time and we kind of talk about it, and maybe we start coming up with some, okay, how can we do this? What does this look like and stuff? And maybe getting some, components on Amazon just to kind of start working on some ideas. So I think we have a couple of good ideas that combine some mechanics and stuff that we haven't, we personally haven't seen. They may be combined somewhere, but that we think might be an interesting idea. So I'd like to work on that and actually take time for myself to do that, instead of always like just sitting down and watching TV or hopping on YouTube or filming or playing games. I want to take time to actually work on one or two of my game ideas, back and forth. So that is one of my very personal ones with gaming. So that is working on game design ideas.
Nice.
And my last one is I would like to possibly host a monthly game night. Not a big one. I'm talking like have another couple over just to play some games that we enjoy playing and share our love of games with them. Whether it's some party games that I have that we have access to at school, or some party games that we have here, or some of our tiling games, and just nothing like big, but just a couple other people over, maybe have some appetizers, maybe have a little dinner or something, and then play some games for a little while. And yeah, so I would like to host a monthly game night. I'd like to get some other people that enjoy playing games over, have them over just to have a little bit of fun and stuff. And so yeah, I'd like to host a monthly game night. And that leads us to our last one, which is sort of an overlap. And
It's my personal one.
yep,
So here we go with Stacey getting personal. So host a small game night. Just to say that and have those words flow out of my mouth is almost a miracle. As Ian knows, but probably nobody out there knows, that I suffer from social anxiety. And having social anxiety means, that I'm not very comfortable in people situations, and having people in my home um, kind of kind of freaks me out. So if I could just host I even have that written down in my
yes, she's
notes,
she's a
a
single game night.
game night that may free me up and allow me to have more a game nights.
We both kind of are not real peoply people. Um, Now, I have what I've heard some people describe as I'm an extroverted introvert, and I think that describes me very well. Is if it's around people I know, like people I work with and stuff, I'm very extroverted. I'm I chat, I talk with them and stuff. If it's around other people, I don't like being around big groups of people. Um, but I think having a couple over that we know and we enjoy spending time with might be nice. You know,
Check my pulse right now. It's like um yes, so that is going to be tough for me, but I'm going to try. And
yeah.
that's all I can do is try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and then I'll go to the library while Ian has his monthly game nights, and we'll just make it work. If that's what he wants, then I'm all for it, and I'll support that. And
She'll work on all of her stuff in the den.
yep, I'll go work on my little business stuff. Well, yeah, we'll make it work. But
We'll do
anyway,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that is a personal one for me, and that's one that's probably the most difficult one for me. But I can do it.
I almost put one that is kind of like this for me, and that was go to a small convention. But that one also I just don't think is going to happen this year. So it just I
Make
would
it
like to,
easy, make it
yeah,
doable.
that one I just with budget and everything, that one just wasn't going to make. So I'm like, that one doesn't make sense to put on here. So
What about that one in Aurora?
yeah, maybe I don't know if the cost is. I'll have to
Mm.
look into it because there weren't. I want to go to one where you play games, not just look around. And
Oh,
that one, there are some games to play, but it was not
gotcha.
huge amount that I was interested in.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so that is our 2025 resolutions. This is our new format for our five and dime. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you have any gaming resolutions this year. Anything you want to do, anything you want to try, whatever. Any gaming resolutions you have. And let's see, what do we have coming up? Next Wednesday. Well, no, not next Wednesday. Next Tuesday, there's a Wednesday with the Wills is on a Tuesday
Oh
because
yeah,
I
that
have
one.
conferences on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. And so we are going to do a live stream of Trekking the World second edition. And we'll have an initial impressions for that up on the weekend probably. So we are going to do we're going to do a video for that. We're going to do a live stream of that. And then next week's Five and Dime is going to be our Five and Dime for our top moments from the first year of this channel, because between this video and the next video is our 1 year anniversary of the channel. And so I am very excited for that. We've been coming up with ideas of what things what things we enjoyed about this first year of the channel. And so that is going to be our next 5 and 9 before we kind of get back into game specific talk. So, yeah, I think that's it. Anything else you want to
No.
say? All right.
I feel like I need to go take some medicine right
Okay.
now.
If you like this video, please hit that like button down below. If you like this video and want to see more, please hit that subscribe button above. And if you want to see the rest of our 5 and 9s, you can follow that link. Once again, this is Ben, where there's a Wills.
There's a play.
I'm Ian.
I'm Stacey.
And we'll see you next time
At the table.